Before starting today's soft talk presentation, let me share a dream with you. The dream is to promote citizen journalism, a type of journalism that is free from powerful vested interest groups, journalism that aims to be your true voice, a kind of journalism that puts the country and the people above all else. I'm really sorry if I sound like a politician that is known for not keeping the promises he or she makes. But it's a tunnel vision. So my presentation will be geared towards that end, to offer you people unbiased, unhyphenated journalism that does not parrot the voices of their masters, what you call uh, his master's voice. That is not what our channel intends to be. As most of you probably know, there is this strain of media that is killing the true essence of journalism. It's called Godi media in India, and similar strands are much in currency in the South Asian subcontinent, including in Nepal. Vested interest groups seem to be running those medias, those media. I don't want to name names, but it's not quite possible to just mint money just by raising the voices of the people, raising the issues that affect the present day Nepal, the burning issues that affect this ill governed, instability plagued country. So, to mint money, you have to just be the voice of powerful vested interest groups. To just maintain a distance between those groups and a true voice, to differentiate, to create a wall between such groups and a free media, we need your support. We need a huge subscriber base. We need viewership, which is lacking at present. So I request you, I humbly ask you to support this endeavor. Please comment on our presentation, subscribe to our channel, and press that like button that is down below as a mark of encouragement. Now, a bit about today's presentation first. Nepal is a country geared towards socialism. It is subject to interpretation, that is what our charter states. But despite this high sounding pledge to just take the country towards citizen socialism, not much is happening towards that end. Take this public health delivery system, for example. Even in capitalist countries like the United Kingdom, there is this robust public health system called the National Health Services. But in a country like Nepal, a very not so rich country, a medium-sized country, this public health delivery system is on sickbed. The picture I have on the background in this context is that of Bir Hospital, that is the oldest hospital in the country. It was developed during the reign of Rana Prime Minister Bir Samset. The old building is like not in the best of forms. It has like it needs repair. The hospital itself is in sick bed. As I just carry on with this presentation, I will also bring to light what's going on inside. I'll talk about this lack of waiting lounge, proper seating arrangements at the hospital, leaky faucets, uh, lack of infrastructure for people with disabilities, etc. So I'll be presenting two cases based on an editorial to highlight that it's not only the case of hospitals, government run hospitals alone, but the entire public health delivery system of this country is not in the pink of health, to say the least. Welcome to the program. Sorry for this. My due apologies for what appears to be quite a long sermon. So let me start the presentation now. The presentation is titled Seriously Ill. It is based on the editorial published in the Annapurna Express Daily. Open sewer lines, people, including senior citizens, women, and children, waiting in long queues for their turn. Discarded materials scattered in the entrails, stinking toilets, poor infrastructure, and utter absence of occupational health and safety measures. A perennial lack of human resources. Most importantly, mismanagement presiding over the chaos. Well, this is our diagnosis of two government-run hospitals. Civil Services Hospital in Baneswar and Beed Hospital located at Ratna Park in Kathmandu. Let's delve a little deeper into this matter. The recent report titled Civil Service Hospital Crowded Like a Fair points that the 112-bed hospital has been serving more than 1,000 people daily. This despite a chronic lack of infrastructure and human resources required to cater to a burgeoning crowd of patients. What's more, that's a long list of patients awaiting surgery for months. The hospital administration remains upbeat nonetheless. It hopes that many of these problems will be gone once it's planned to develop or uh, once it once its plans to develop A 10-story building with 1,000 beds materializes. Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? What's hindering this ambitious project then? The government's inability to approve a budget for this plan. Our diagnosis of Beer is that the country's oldest hospital is also gravely ill. I mean, the Beer Hospital that I mentioned earlier. In the course of roughly 2 decades, the condition of the hospital's main building has gone from bad to worse, what with taps either broken or leaking, stinking glues that are literally open with bolts of the doors gone, and tap water that is murky, as the report titled Beer Hospital Must Change Itself to Deliver Quality Services points. Add to these spectacles people holding medical reports while assisting their sick relatives to walk, senior citizens sitting on the floor for want of chairs, or wandering aimlessly wearing confused expressions on their faces, long queues outside counters, and inadequate infrastructure for wheelchair-bound patients. Worryingly, the above-mentioned points are a pointer to a systemic disease. The points I just mentioned, they point, they are a pointer to a systemic disease ailing Nepal's public health delivery system. A bit about that also. These spectacles show that the country's public health system is seriously ill. For records, 32,218 MBBS and BDS doctors and 10,080 specialist doctors are registered with the Nepal Medical Council, whereas 73,889 nurses and 1,326 specialized nurses are registered with the Nepal Nursing Council. This number is not enough for a country with a population of about 30 million. Of these personnel, many of them have left the country in search of greener pastures, with government encouragement, of course, with government note for like the government note for nurses to work in developed countries like the United Kingdom. Summing up the sorry state of affairs at the two hospitals, it points at an alarming picture of the public health delivery system in Nepal. While the medical fraternity has a crucial role to change things for the better, the government itself should play a lead role to fix the system before it gets too late. Before it's too late. The focus should be on improving public health infrastructure and curbing the outflow of human resources associated with this vital sector. It's not all doom and gloom in Kathmandu, in Nepal as a whole, though, despite this presentation that is like that points at the sorry state of affairs in terms of public health in the country. The country is quite beautiful as the woods in the background, so it's like a country of 8 out of 14 8,000ers, those snow-capped Himalayas that are the source of livelihood for more than 2 billion people. The Hindu Kush Himalayas, the Himalayas form a part of that. Billions of people rely on the fresh water from those Himalayas. The country has numerous cultures, festivals, traditions. Some scholar has described Nepal as the playground of ethnicities from Central Asia. Add to it the South also, the South and Central Asia. So it's a beautiful country full of beautiful people. It's just that it needs a political leadership that can rise up to the challenges that the country faces in a rapidly evolving geostrategic and geopolitical environment. The country's political leadership and bureaucracy has mostly been subservient to powerful international interests, including neighborly interests in this country. That's why uh, it just is getting weaker and weaker. But it is one of the oldest countries in the world. It is what you call this tapobhumi of the old sages and gods and goddesses, that kind of thing. It's where those people, even those learned people, used to meditate for like new knowledge, uh, for new insights, uh, and some for the welfare of the entire humanity. That kind of country it is. It is the place where this yoga, what you call this, it is where those sages used to practice the yoga and other higher ideals on its caves, on its riverbanks, on its lush green jungles, and in the foothills of those snow-capped peaks and the mountains. So it's like some sort of a lab for the welfare of the entire humanity also. It's a center of knowledge and it is believed to be the place from where the civilization for from where the human civilization started. It is from where civilization dawned. That kind of country it is. It is in wrong hands, but one hopes that the people, the enlightened people, the youths of today, will just be able to bring the country back on track. I was talking a bit about a myriad fests, what you call jatras, festivals, cultures, traditions, and peoples. They all living together in not so perfect harmony. In perfect harmony, uh, given the standards of these troubling times, uh, the background picture is of this people assembling the chariot of Lord Matsyendranath. I cannot just present to you the full picture given its height. So just I'm sorry for that. I don't mean to offend anyone with this. It's just that the screen does not allow me to present the full picture. I don't know much about this technological aspects of this also. This Matsyendranath, Lord Matsyendranath, is worshipped as the god of rain, the god of fertility in Kathmandu. So the Jatra, the longest Jatra, it's a month-long uh, festival marked by just the movement of this chariot in different parts of the country and sewing of this uh, gem-studded vest amid a public gathering in Jaulakil. The head of the state does that. There's this story behind that jewel-studded vest as well. Uh, Sometime later, in another presentation, I may be talking a bit about that. I ask you to show love for this country, to be sensitive towards our cultures, traditions, customs, sovereignty issues, uh, and the belief system of the people. I request the international audience to show regard for this country, wonderful country, show some love for this country. I also request you all to subscribe to this channel so as to promote citizen journalism. Request you humbly to comment on my presentation and press that like button. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening.